I went live.
Oh, you went live already.
I am so sorry.
Hi,
guys.
Hey.
I'm bad.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I get there, Javi? Can you tell me what I do?
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Hi, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We pressed the live button too early.
I don't know. Something went wrong. We have to retry. It says we're live. It says it's on. We're talking to you.
We're live.
We're live. They say it's not live. It's Memorex. Okay. Well, nobody's here yet, so maybe we're safe. And then nobody heard us say crap. She has to get me mic'd up yet too.
I'm sorry, guys.
We can jump the gun there a little bit. Are we early? 4:20. Yeah, we're way early. That's why they're not here yet. Yeah, that's all right. We'll monkey around for a while till they show up. I'll play around with my stuff a little bit. Yeah, we're early. Can you believe that? I'm never early. Absolutely never, positively ever
I can't
early.
believe I clicked that button.
Well, stuff happens, you know? Stuff happens. Stuff and nonsense.
Just let them roam. There's probably no
Yeah,
one there.
no, there's 6 people here. They're just not
Oh,
talking.
you guys are not talking.
They're not talking to us yet.
Oh, no.
They're just checking us out.
They're like, should we dare to speak?
Push this mess back. I'm still working around with my beads from Friday. Did you guys get to see that? If you didn't, you should go back and have a look at it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, here's somebody. Ann's here. Hey, Ann. You're the first one this week. How about that? Woohoo! So, I kind of feel like I should tell Jordan to call Illusion.
I'll tell him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm having a little problem. It doesn't affect anybody coming to shop at the site. It's just all of a sudden it's not feeding the orders into my email, which is it's not a big deal. It's nothing for you guys to worry about. But I want him to go ahead and call them before it gets too late. So anyway, we didn't know we were on already with you guys. Anyhow, so we're talking some more about these wonderful beads that I made. Hey, Demita, thanks for coming. Hi, Pat Jones, thanks for checking in. Come to see us. Yeah, I'm just checking out some possibilities. You know, some people have said to me lately, like I should be thinking about doing some stuff that is kind of boho that might gear itself toward young people. Is he coming back here?
No, I already told him.
He don't know what to do. He won't understand. He won't understand.
I told him it was the webmail. And it's where you get your invoices.
Yeah, but my webmail it's nothing to do with this problem now. It's not feeding into, we'll worry about it later. I just tell him not to call him now because he don't understand. I can't explain to him. We're busy now, the girls. Sorry, guys. Let's see who's all here. Betty Jo Franz, and you're new to us, aren't you? Melissa? Beansy's here. Soleil? Maureen? Hey, here you are. No, you didn't miss it all. You didn't miss anything. We're just getting started. Here's Maria. So anyway, I'm trying to think of some stuff that, younger people, not kids per se, but younger people would enjoy making. And these tissue decoupage, and just so many ways you can go with it. Just so much you can do. And I think you can make it look, more sophisticated, or you can, make it look real boho and earthy, which I think I just wrecked this. But anywho, I'm just like discombobulated here. Ever been discombobulated? If you go on the group today, Beans left some pictures of some tissue decoupage that she did on some pretty heart charms, the silver rare heart charms. And they're very elegant.
I like that. That was really cute.
Yeah, it was really pretty. You know what? If you go over there, Javi, on top of that basket, there's, do you see that tissue right there? The one you just grabbed on top. These just came in. I don't know if you guys have seen them. I haven't even opened one yet. We'll open it together. This is beautiful tissue that I just got. It's not real easy to find just the right tissue for this stuff. You can. I'm beginning to think that maybe the best way is like get the plain tissue and stamp it with Stays-On ink your own way, and you know, put your own like words on it or little designs, whatever. But I did find this, and this is an Italian company. I just threw that away now. It's an Italian company, I think. Stamperia.com.
Yeah.
Anyway, the serviette. That means napkin. Oh, here we go. This is Spanish. This is the one I understand. Servilleta and papel
Rice
de arroz.
paper.
Yeah, rice paper.
Rice paper.
Papier de riz. I don't know how to say French, but I know that's
But
French.
it's not tissue. It's rice paper. That's a.
Yeah,
it's
but
different.
it's tissue. It's the weight.
It's just.
It's
I don't want to feel
yeah.
it.
Feel it's more fabric.
Oh, it's like a napkin.
Yes, it's
That's
more
how it
it's
feels
more
like.
fabricy. Like, let's open the whole
I
thing up.
was just like, what?
But
I'm
this
like,
would this
what
would
about
work like
tissues?
really well for tissue decoupage type stuff.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I was looking for some stuff for the workshop we're gonna have, and I thought this was awesome. So I'm gonna do a few little experiments, and I'm just gonna cut it all up. I got like 3 of them. You buy them only one napkin at a time. They're like, I don't know how much. It's a lot. But they were just so pretty. I think I'm going to cut them up and let everybody try them. But I love stuff that's muted like this or has like a little bit of writing on it. But I also have some nice ivory tissue paper coming in. It stays on ink. And I'm going to do some experiments myself with some stamps that I like and put my own designs on. Because Stays-On is good if you're going to do that because it doesn't run. And you really have to have something that doesn't run. So it's a little more expensive than some cheaper inks, but it works good. So anyway, I got this, and I thought that might be fun to put on some beads. We'll have to see, though. It's a little different texture, but I just don't see any reason why it won't work. The only thing that concerns me a little bit, if I put it on and I have Mod Podge, it may not show. It may be too clear. I don't know.
You just have to
Anybody ever use this? It's Italian, actually. Has the words to tell you what it is in French and Spanish and English, but the name of it's Italian. Bobulate, discombobulated. That's right. That's another way to say it. The tissue is beautiful. Yeah, it is. I'm not sure if it's going to work so hot or not, but I'm going to try it. Everybody that comes to the workshop is going to get a bag of stuff to use at the workshop. I'm not going to be able to provide everything that you need, and you may want to bring some stuff just to try stuff yourself. And I'm going to give you guys all some tissue that are able to come, and some brass blanks and some Mod Podge and diamond glaze and all that kind of stuff, you know, get you started. But so I've been experimenting and looking to see, you know, what I could get. These are really pretty. They have an odd texture to them, but I think they'll work. Okay, so getting back to the dealio, what I was doing this week. This is what I did so far. You know, I like pretty elegant things. I like the checky looking stuff. I like, you know, all that. And then I like this funky, weird mixed media type stuff with words on it and Sari ribbon and all that. So I made this little crescent, you know, like a thing, you know, to hang it on for an earring. Not earring, for a necklace. I wrap wire around it. This has worked for me before. And then I wire wrapped the tissue decoupage. See how I did that? So hold it up here and see. But I did it upside down. If you guys saw Lauren's video the other day, she was doing that. You see, get it on camera here. There we go. Doing them upside down. So I did it upside down, and then I took another piece that we wrapped the other day, and then I put something on the end, and I'm really liking it. But I was thinking, what am I going to wrap this on? What am I going to put this on? I don't want to have it on a fancy chain. It'll just be too much. So it's like, what would be good? Well, ideally, tell me what you think. Ideally, I think a piece of maybe brown leather cord would be best rather than this thing. Although, I could make this look pretty good if I kept going. But I'm just thinking maybe just, you know, like if you're going to make it to sell or something, you can't be sitting there all day long.
No.
Fiddling with something.
And the other thing, since it's already a light piece, you know, putting it on a chain would probably make it too heavy. And it's light, you could just put it on the cord, and it'd be perfect.
The cord is best, I think. Cord has, like, I think you're trying to say that it has a little more stability to hold it. I think you're right. So it looks like I'm gonna have to, when we get done today, go shopping for leather cord, because guess who doesn't have any?
Oh, I
Me
thought
too.
we had some.
We used to. We've had it different times. I know what to do with it. I'm not a big person for leather. I like leather. I don't have a problem with leather. I just don't work with it a lot. Maybe that needs to change.
That's where I tried first, and I was like, oh, no.
So let's see who's all here. Julie said she tried origami paper for decoupage, did not work, too thick. Yeah, it's tissue decoupage. A lot of the things that they used for decoupage was more like, regular paper type stuff back in the day. And that's not going to work for sure, because you have to get it to bend and, move around stuff, to kind of flow into stuff and contort itself or whatever. So I'm trying to set this iPad up so I can see you better. No, I can't. That's good. So, yeah, you're going to have tissue for sure, like wrapping tissue. Like, you guys don't have to have printed tissue. You can have, just go get some colored tissue like you get in a dollar store. That'll work. It's the same thing, except this rice paper is different.
They have like tissues with faces on it.
The faces?
Yeah, because I've seen a couple of people put it on the creative group. It looked like a face, like a...
Maybe. I mean, there's stuff out there. I got another thing over there, Javi, if you want to grab it for him. I got these big packages of tissue paper that are like animal prints. Now, I don't know about these. They're kind of big and kind of loud, but I think they have some crazy potential here. There's just all kinds of... Well, let's look and see what's in here. Because when you start putting some perfect pearls and other color over top of them and mixing it up, you could really get some crazy good textures. Well, we're going to experiment and see. If you come to the thing, I'm going to give you some. Oh, the chicken has to say hello. Chicken has to say hello. So there's like this one, this is the one I prefer. This one right here. I like this. This
I
is
like
one.
it, though.
This is too big.
Yeah.
This, if you stamped it in between or something,
Yeah.
it might be okay, but that's blobby. This is like giraffe print. You can use that too. Some of it's just too big and too wild for this, but not all of it. And you can change it up too.
Could you put multiple layers of tissue paper?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Like a lettering one?
You
and
can
then
put,
a
yes,
decorated,
you
like,
can put one, like if you're doing a cuff, you could totally cover the cuff and then let it dry and go back and crumple it up. Like, I'm going to take a piece of this and just show you what I'm talking about. Let me get that ugly piece, because I'm probably not going to use it. We'll use the ugly piece.
Why not?
I know what I'm going to send you all for free next week. I'm going to send you tissue paper. I'll send you all the ugly pieces. You guys won't like me anymore. That won't be nice. Okay. You don't have any idea what I'm going to do about that yet. Okay, let me throw that out. Debbie forgot to take trash out yesterday. So anyway, what you do is you cover the whole thing, then you take a piece off, and then just crumple the hay out of it, Crumple it to smithereens. And then you have this wonderful texture that you can work with. And just start gluing it down with Mod Podge and just making all this texture. You could actually get like an effect of, you guys know Shibori ribbon? I think I'm saying it right. Cherie Barnes works with it. She does a beautiful job. She made me an absolutely gorgeous cuff, but I don't know where to tell Javi it is right now, so I could show you. But you could get that Shibori ribbon effect thing going on, so that then you could go ahead and apply little glitters and stuff and little beads down in there. Do Mod Podge over them again so they stay. I don't know if you guys get the drift of what I'm saying, but before we have the workshop, I'm going to try to get samples made so that, I can show you things ahead of time. I'll try to do one of those on a cuff. Right now, I'm just trying to get my taxes done. It's getting late. You guys have to do that yet, too. I got that to do. And I have my trademark crap going on. Excuse me, I'm not supposed to say crap. I got that going on. My trademark
Thing.
Yeah, that's a pain in the backside. But it's going to work out. It's just going to cost more money now. So, anyway, that's another long, hairy story. Most of you never have to worry about trademarks anyway. So yeah, that's the deal with tissue paper. But anyway, I wanted to show you how I did this. So I've got some more. I've got these other ones we did from the other day. And I've been monkeying around with them a little bit. My stay chainstay. I gotta get some more chainstays too. The last couple times I tried to get some, they didn't have any more. But I love this thing. I mean, I'll just keep this up. It's great, you know, if you want to make a charm bracelet, make sure it's all hanging the right way. But it's a nice drying rack too. So anyway, let me take one of these off. This one's a little longer, so I'll take it. Okay, buddy, you're coming with me. All right, so now you'll see how I stuck a head pin through there. Remember how I told you, you know, don't get too much product down around here or down around here because it'll get glurpy and you got to take the thing off and it'll freeze in place and all of that stuff. Well, we're going to see if that happened, and it did, but you just apply gentle pressure and now it's going to come off nicely. Get it on here. You see, it's coming off. So if it sticks in there and you can't get it out, take your flat noses and just pull on one end. But this one's going to come right out, so I don't need it. Pull it on the other end. Get it out. So now that's out. So now I can wrap it. Now this one that I just did, where did I put it? Here it is already. I'm wrapping it, I'm wrapping it, I'm wrapping it. And I'm like, you know, this is some tough wire. Then I looked at the spool. It was 16 gauge. I'm like, oh man.
What were you doing, Brenda?
Yeah, it was tough. But anyway, it had a good look to it, though. I have to say. Yeah, I didn't either. I must have made a boop. Let's see what people... Melissa said she made a tissue decoupage cuff after last video. It was so cool I kept it first. By all means, you should. You deserve it. Did you say you could use ribbon, Betty says. No, I'm talking about the tissue paper, but I'm saying with the crinkles and stuff in it, you could make an effect kind of like... It wouldn't look like ribbon at all. So perhaps it was a bad analogy, but... you know, shibori ribbon, how it's all crinkled and it swirls this way and that, and then they kind of sew the little beads in cracks and crevices, which I think is something, it's just another form of assemblage to me. But I looked into carrying shibori, and it's really, really expensive, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do that. But anyway, I thought you could do that with paper, like crunch it all up in that, and then, you know, put stuff down in the cracks and glitters and stuff, and I think you can make it look pretty special. But I think it's probably one of those things that I'm going to have to do and show you. Unless you're like really brilliant and can figure out what this person here, this woman, me, is trying to tell you, which I'm not making a lot of sense, I don't think. But
Well,
anyway.
they should just come to the workshop.
Yeah, just there you go. Just come to the workshop. Why won't you? Yeah, we have room for you yet. So let's see who's here. Debbie Gibson, Ingrid. Hey, Ingrid. Beans is here. Susie B. She made it from New Zealand. Marsha, Renee, Jan, and I did the zebra print decoupage. It turned out so great. Oh, I wish you, if you still have those pieces, Marsha, you should show us. Put them on the Crave group. Love to see them. If you still have them, it's convenient to do that. We love it. Justin Bennett, hi. Heidi's here. Hey, Heidi. The pros you made are gorgeous. I think so. And they were really fun. Bean says, I think napkins would be too delicate. You know what? They work, though. What you have to do when you do napkins, you have to work with really small pieces. You don't want to take a big hunk of it. Actually, you never do. If you watched the video the other day, you saw that I just tore off a little piece and worked with it because it is delicate. Even the regular tissue is delicate, especially when you get it wet with the Mod Podge. So, yeah, you got to be careful with that. So now, I'm going to be very careful that I do not use 16 gauge. I've got 20, which is normally what I like to use. So I'm going to take some off. Now, let's see. How much am I taking off here so I can give you a roll of thumb? I'm pretty sure this is too much. I'm going to say I'm going to take about 13 inches off to be safe. You can always be trimmed back. Okay, so what I'm going to do first to make a bead like this is I've got my bead. Now this one is actually not tissue decoupage either. What this one is, this is Gilder's paste. This is patina Gilder's paste wiped on. And I did it with my gloved fingers. And I would do it with my finger. And then when it dried a little bit, then I took it was Vintage Gold ink. And I took a round dabber, sponge dabber, just smoothed it down. So it gave it this really cool liquidy look. And then it has diamond glaze over top. That's why it's a little bit glossy. But anywho. So the first thing I'm going to do, if I can just remember what I did, is I'm going to make myself a little loop, like as if I needed to make myself an eye pin. So I'm going to go, oh, about this far out. And bend the wire. And then I'm going to take it, oh, come here you. And I'm going to start turning it. And I'm going to remove it when I get that far, or else I'll have a funky loop, which may happen anyway. And just take it out and bend it. Keep bending it over. Javi's trying to get over a cold still.
It's barbaric.
She's had such a cough. Just about sent her home the other day, which I never want to send Javi home. She said, no, I'll be all right. She toughed it out. Okay, so I've got,
Excuse me.
I figured she might as well because she's been sick all week anyway, so wasn't saving us from nothing. So, so far so good. We're okay. Okay, so I've got that. I wish that was a little bit straighter. But anyway, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big long thing. Oh, Heidi says you can make shibori ribbon with scrap silk and dye. Sounds interesting. Huh. Well, that's probably how they make it. I betcha. Okay, so now I'm going to put this all in here. I'm going to do it upside down. Oh, you know, I want to put a cap on there. What cap will I use? Did I use a cap on here? No, I didn't, because I just wrapped it. We'll leave it alone for now. Oh. Okay, so now I'm down here. So this is just kind of like backwards of what we did last week, right? We don't need this right now. Get it out. So I'm just going to take it. Now I want to get this in here nice and tight. So I'm going to pull it up and bend. Oh, what'd I do? Something give. I felt something give. Watch, Javi, I don't poke you. You don't want to get it too tight because then sometimes this will start pulling down in the hole. And then that's a pain too. Now these holes are a little bit bigger than I'd like them to be, so a cap on there would have been good. That would have been a very good thing. But you know what? I will make up for that, not putting a cap on there, which I should have done, by wrapping it tight. So here I come. The pieces are amazing. Water slide decals, huh? You can do it with tissue too, what Beans did. It is not hard, but the effect is beautiful. Okay, so now I have another loop, so now I'm going to wrap. I think I'll just wrap for a little while. I'll just wrap away.
Just keep wrapping. Just keep wrapping.
So see what I did? I made myself a coil wrap.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, me like you too.
Nice. It's a nice one too.
Yeah, it's a nice one too. Can you imagine?
Unexpected.
Thank you, brat. My young brat, Javi. I'm going to keep
Thank you.
going just because I can. Just because I can.
Yeah, you should. It's always awesome.
Okay, now. Okay,
I like
what
it.
I did with this one, about here, and I can't figure another way to do it. So about here I start. And I find a little piece of ratty Sari ribbon, which I thought we were out. I found just a little bit out there that I could do something with. So I want some ratty Sari ribbon. Most people have a little bit of that laying around. So now I'm going to cut it off, but I want to be careful I get it like not right on the, this would be a good place because I don't want it to be too wide. And you'll see in a minute. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a margin. Here, let me get in camera because I don't think I am. A little bit of a margin. I've been thinking about this ever since the other day. Now, what if you took that wire that wrapped around and you wrapped it with a little fiber or some tiny beads or something? How cool would that be? So,
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
well, that's what I did here. And it is cool, so there. Okay. It's just wrapped with the... And I didn't go too far. And you do have to leave it kind of ratty staying out there. But anyway, so... And it doesn't matter if you have a raw end on the end because you can cut it off or you can tie it and have a little tie. So, which I might do. So let's just see what happens. So I think I'm gonna tie this one on actually because I can. Let's see what happens. I didn't do it this way the first time. Okay, Vicky Coleman, you can use napkins, but you have to carefully peel the layers apart and not overbrush when using the Mod Podge. Also use thin layers of Mod Podge. I learned the hard way last week. Yes, you do. You have to use thin layers of Mod Podge.
Couldn't you just dab it? Or would that destroy the
You just,
material?
you have to get, the thing about dabbing that I don't think is the best. But, you know, if you develop a technique on dabbing and it works for you, then hey, I never argue with success. But it doesn't sometimes get you have to get the medium, the Mod Podge medium, all over your bead where you're going to cover it. Because if you don't get it all the way down, you go to put the paper down, you'll have bubbles, or it'll stick up, or whatever. I'm going to wrap this now, guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing. It'll just be problematic for you. And then when you get it down, you have to completely cover it. If you go back to the video from the other day and you look, you'll see that's what I do. Because you have to. So I'm going to go pretty much out to the end, and I don't think I'll be able to tie this, but I'll figure something else out when I get. And you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Let's see if this works. Let's see. I thought she called it Bratty Sari ribbons or Javi. No, that was Javi. That's Javi, Bratty Javi. See what I mean? This is what you get. This is what you get when you hire kids, especially relatives. Of course, she wasn't a relative when she first came here.
But I thought kids were fun.
Well, kids are fun. Sure, they're fun. I don't want to say
Some
that.
kids are not big kids,
Some
of course.
kids are, yeah. I have to admit it, I'm not a big kid person. I like teenagers, and most people say, you're ridiculous.
Yeah, those are the
Why-
hardest ones to
yeah,
deal
why would
with,
you pick
Brenda.
why would you pick teen? I just always have. When Jordan was a teenager, we built a garage just so he could go out there and have a garage band and have all his friends over hanging out. And this place was kid central. There were so many teenage kids there, but you know what? They were here, and I
Exactly.
knew, and I
They're
knew
not
where
somewhere
they were, and I knew what they were doing. So there you go. Okay, so now this is hanging out. In a minute, I'm going to figure out what to do with it after I get this thing out of my eye.
else.
You know, this is all just very rough, so you don't have to worry. So I wrapped it. I took the thing and I wrapped it around. We're busy talking and I didn't show you what I was doing. Okay, so now I'm going to go up here to this part and kind of fix it a little bit because I want to wrap this. Okay, there's a little bit of space there, but it's okay because I'll wrap around it and it'll close it off. Okay, so now I'm going up here and I'm wrapping. So let's see how far I can come back down on this one, this side. Let's see. You got to do that wrapper goes in a coil. You have to go. I don't know if you can see. You have to go sideways around it. See what I'm doing? Yeah. Go sideways under it, like each layer is kind of like to the no, not under, to the side of it. Okay. All right. I think I can do one more. No, I'm not going to do one more. I can't come all the way down like that. I don't have enough. So anyway, the Sari kind of ended up here. So I'm going to have to find a way to tuck it or do something else artistic. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this way. And I'm going to take my little cutters. It does give it a very organic look, Claire. And that's what I like about it. This is not, you know, what you maybe would think of a typical Brenda Sue look. But I've made many pieces that have this look. Cause I'm either that pretty effusive all over the place or Victorian checky looking, or I'm doing organic wonky stuff. And I think I like the organic wonky stuff the best for me. I mean, I love working with all of it, but I seem like anymore I either like kind of streamlined stuff or I like organic. Okay, so I'm taking this out because I want to take the tail end here. I'm not having a good idea. I'm not having a good time seeing this. Let me just slow down talking a little bit. And I'm starting to go around with this again. So I want to get a little curly cue going. Okay, now this part's sticking up, so I'm going to have to rectify that. Now I don't want to get this too long because if I get it too long, what will happen, it will tend to stick up and it'll get stuff caught under it when people wear it, and that's no good. We don't want that. So I'm going to kind of move it up and get it as flush to the bead as I possibly can. Move this back a little bit. And just keep coiling. All right, this is pretty good. So now I have to nip it because I have a funky end in here that I don't want. All right. So when you do that, you have to be careful you don't get too close and cut the other piece off because then you're done. Don't do that. Okay, so now I may have to use my fingers to get that into place. This is working out nice. Isn't that cute? That's a good loopy. That worked out well. But now here's the issue. My hanger, I want this loop here at the top. You know what? I'm doing this all off screen. This is terrible. Javi, you're supposed to be watching me.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. She's dreaming about her boyfriend, Robbie. Okay.
He's my husband.
He's not your boyfriend anymore. Okay. Okay, so I try to get this loop and this loop at the top going the same way because it will make it hang better. So I pretty much have that going on. But then when I did that, now you can see this loopy thing is off to the side, which for me is fine. Looks like we're stuck in time there. Javi is twirling around.
He's twirling.
See, it's twirling. Anyway, you guys are seeing it. Let the talk continue. It'll come back up in a minute. If it doesn't,
It's still running on mine. So.
Is it? Okay, well then we won't worry about it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift that again so that I can do something with this fiber, something useful with this fiber. And then I'll take something, connect to the internet or offline. Really?
Just your iPad.
It's just my iPad. Okay. Well, put yours so that I can see it. So now I'm going to pull this through. So I need, since I didn't bring anything here to do that with, I'm going to try and push it through with this toothpick. Just get a little bit up in there. This is going to take a little playing with it, but you know, that's okay. That's what it's about. It's about discovery. So I'm discovering that, you know, some things work and some things don't, right? That's what we do in these live sessions. I'll just pull that through so I can continue with my organic look and not lose any of my nice frayed ribbon because it's cool. Okay, so now I've pretty much got that wrapped. So you saw how I did it. Another thing you do is if you have one of these that's shorter, which I do, you might want to try to make a look kind of like a dirigible type thing. Or, no, not a dirigible. It wouldn't be a dirigible. It would be a hot air balloon. So you could do that too. I have to watch over here and make sure I'm in view.
Yeah, you're in view.
Okay, so now I'm going to pull this off. The wire was kinked, so that could have been hard, but it worked out. There I am. There I am. There you are. This is what we do in life, period. That's right. We just start all over again. Now this one, I didn't do the diamond glaze on yet. This is the one I made in the video. I don't think I diamond glazed. Yeah, maybe I did a little bit. Anyway, I wouldn't have to if I'm careful what I do with it. What are you doing, Millie? She's in here. She's got this tissue paper. You're not allowed in here when I'm doing this. You know that? You're not. So I'm just thinking with this, you know, if you were careful what you used for your bottom part on the inverted pair, you could make this look like a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Some people do that.
Ooh, you can make it with chain.
And a lot of chains hanging down. And
If you wire wrap it into the, like 4 points.
oh, okay, yeah, like you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 4 points, and it would become an air balloon.
Yeah, yeah.
And all you
It
have
would
to do
look,
is
and
connect
the
the
stuff that
little
you
chain.
put looped around would look like your propeller on it, or you could put a propeller on
Yeah,
it.
that'd be pretty.
Yeah, you could. You could put a propeller on it. Anyway, I'm liking how this came out. Pretty much. It always works in progress. But anyway, there's that one. Now, yeah, these need to have like a leather cord of some kind, I think. But now it needs a little tail on it. What is she doing? Oh, she's playing with this piece of ugly tissue
goodness.
paper.
She crazy.
Well, I don't
She
care.
just laid on it.
Yeah, well, that's what cats do. They come and lay on things.
So random.
I'm just looking to see if I have a little bit of coppery looking stuff I can use for a tail on it. Little trailer. Usually I have some laying around on here.
Oh, somebody asked a question a while ago.
Yes?
They were asking, will you be doing wire wrapping or beadwork at the class?
Well, first of all, Yes and no. First of all, I'm not a beader, but I love beads, and I bead. But I bead my way. I don't do any kind of typical way. So we're not going to be like, doing peyote stitch or do shape beads or anything. That's not going to happen at my class, probably never. But we always do outside the box beading, and I do this check style beading. And then I do wire wrap. It's going to be kind of like this. I showed you guys the other week, but I'll show you again in case you want with this. We're going to make this bracelet or a version of it.
Yeah, that's wire wrapping.
This is wire wrapping. It's loose wire wrapping. It's wonky wire. That's what I do. I don't do the precise type stuff. I do things that are very forgiving. I don't know if you can see this up close. Now there's a little, for me this is a little bit too much beads on here, but yeah, I left them on. I made this a while ago. But can you see how this is wired? We make a coil and we loop it around, loop it around, loop it around. It's really not, there's nothing hard to this. It just kind of takes some playing with. And then you hang stuff from the loops that you make. So it's really fun. And everybody's going to get at least one of these skinny cuffs to work with. And if you can't make it and you want to play with one, we have them at the site. We have some at the site. So you can do that. And it will be fun for you. So we're going to make this bracelet on Saturday. We'll be doing tissue decoupage on Friday. And that's not just these beads. We're going to be decoupaging a lot of stuff.
I'm teaching too.
Yeah, she's going to, in the evening, she's going to show you how to wrap a briolet. So you have to find some briolets, Javi.
Okay.
Okay. Find some briolets. Okay, so I was going to hang a little thing on the bottom. So, and then on Sunday, we're going to do kitchen sink. And I don't have a kitchen sink necklace here to show you, but it's when you take
really
different different rows of chain and hang stuff all over it till it's like a whole big bib hanging down. It's kind of like that Kay Adams type look that you see. We're going to do that. It's just another type of assemblage, being honest. So that's what we're going to do, and it's going to be fantastic, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to share ideas, and it's going to go all too fast. So hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, Javi's going to teach her briolet wrap, so you can learn that hands-on. We're going to take Javi to California.
Yay! Rubber chicken too.
So she can go back and work with Mr. Bernie's graphic arts girls. And he wanted to see what Javi, he was saying, you need to have kits for younger people too. He was saying that. And I'm like, I just know, I'm not in touch with that. I don't know what to do. And he said, well, why don't you ask Javi? I'm like, yeah, kind of, that would be good, wouldn't it? He says, what does Javi make? Javi make jewelry? Yeah, she does. And send me some pictures. So I did. He liked it.
That's good that he liked it.
He likes Javi's. He likes Javi's. And he likes, what's her name? Oh, not what's her name. Deborah Clark. Deborah Clark.
Who's Deborah Clark?
I'm just brain dead. We all know her. Danielle Clark. We all know her.
Oh yeah,
She's having
great.
surgery right now and stuff, and having some trouble. She'll get better. Anyway, I love Danielle. So he loves her stuff. He likes Karen Eaton's stuff. He likes Erica. He always goes nuts over Erica's line from last year. Why don't you show me stuff like that? This is because Erica already made it. No, I'm not gonna.
Excuse me.
Well, it just goes to communists. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But he loves her stuff. She puts the tint on stuff, on the piece of 1928 piece.
This is what I was looking at. It just remind me.
Yeah.
It's not wire wrap, but it's chain.
Yeah. Can you get that under the
camera
and show the girls how that is?
That's gonna show that. Maybe I need.
Said that's how people. That's a lot of work to do that. But if you're so inclined, you could do that.
It's like little air balloons, like.
Actually,
that's kind of cute.
Actually, he likes just about everybody's stuff, except mine.
What? How dare he?
I think for him, it's just a bone of contention. He has a hard time telling me that I did good, but yet he says, you're a 1928 designer and do this and do that, and we work on projects together. He makes them, but he hardly ever, well, never has he accepted a complete project. Except one thing I made. I made his wife a necklace, and it was great. I have to say that myself. And he says, oh, wow. He says, it came, Lori loves the necklace. You knocked it out of the park. I said, yeah, I thought so. And he got weird with me. He said, well, you know, we can't make this for 1928 because you got too much stuff on it. It will cost too much. I says, Mel, there are people who will pay for good pieces. You know, they don't want everything with that made in China look that you do so well. Oh, I shouldn't say that. That's not nice. He does beautiful stuff. I just wish we could see more of the old stuff, but you know, he's got to be able to sell it. And it's true, you know, every bead extra you use is a problem. You know, it means more money. It's not a problem, but it means more money. Okay, I put my little tail in that. Yeah, I got to be careful and not be dissing on Mel because he's wonderful. He's treated me so good. Really has. And I'm excited to go back out there again because the reason we got to go is because I don't have enough for this book. You know, we were out there last time we had the fire. I'll have to trim this later. We had the fire and I just couldn't get my stuff. You know, everybody was upset. We didn't even know if they had a house to go home to. It was terrible. So.
That's a horrible feeling.
Oh, I mean, I can't even imagine how they felt. He just kept trucking, but, you know, everybody else wasn't.
I was freaking out with the house burning next to me.
Yeah, when you had that situation. So anyway, here's this one. So, you know, you guys could do that. I don't know. See, I want some going up this way. And you know what I could do, though? I could Mod Podge it there underneath. That would work. Huh. Anyway, I'll fix it later. I'll give it to one of you this week. Whoever wins today will get these. I'll give them both away. And see, maybe something else, too. So let's see who all's here. Here's Kelly. She's here. The workshop is fun, Maria. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Let's see who. Mimi Harvey. Hey, Moroccan lantern work. Is that what that's called? I don't know. To me, it's an inverted teardrop. Snowing here too. Yeah, it's sputting here. Snowing in the Adirondacks. Yeah. Yesterday, can you believe it? It was 61 degrees here. Ridiculous, huh?
Yeah, it was warm.
Now, here's one we haven't done. We could work on together today because we have time. There's a round one.
You should do that with the...
I really like how this one came out, too.
That one came out.
Yeah, that came out really good. So, anyhow, let me take the top off of it. But first, before I cut this way down here, I have to make sure I can get it out because it could end up sticking inside the pearl, which would not be good. And this one is fighting. Okay, now I got it. It's moving through. Off. Over with. Done. Okay, so now I have to figure out how I'm going to do this. What do I want to do with this? How do I, well, it's going to have to be, I don't know if I want to wrap this with wire. Maybe I just want to use it on, maybe I just want some cool bead caps on it and then just, you know, hang something from the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think? You know what? We could do it, and if it doesn't look good, we can just take it off, right? Why not? Okay, let's do it. I have to be sure I don't get that 16-gauge wire. That was bad.
We'll just move like all the way here. Bye-bye.
Jan says she can't comment from the iPhones. My iPhone's goofed up. I'm not getting my email fed.
You have to be signed in to comment on there. So if anybody's not signed in and they're watching...
Oh, that's why.
You
have to sign into your YouTube or your Google account.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your Google account. Because that's YouTube,
You can watch all you want and see everybody's comment, but you can't comment.
Unless you're signed in.
Yeah, unless
so
you're
that'll
signed
be
in.
the problem. Somebody's watching for the first time from Las Vegas, Nevada. Patty. Thank you for coming, Patty. I'm so glad you came. How many people? We got 42. Probably some left because I'm just stumbling all over the place. What if I did two pieces?
I don't know, but that air balloon thingy got me like.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. People have been doing that for a while.
Kind of looks nice, but I'm
Yeah,
like, I wish I could do it. I think
of course you could do it. You could do it if you want to.
the chain difficult.
Oh, the one that's all wrapped, yeah. Well, you have to count it off just
Yeah.
right. And the first one you make will take you a while because you'll have to goof with it.
That's true.
For sure. Okay. Everybody press the like button. Yeah, why don't you do that?
Press like.
Do it all at once.
Comment.
see if you throw
Yeah.
everybody all at once. 1, 2, 3. Press the like button. See what happens. They'll probably jam it up and like we'll go off the air.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Yes, please subscribe and like and
Keep commenting.
keep commenting.
Yeah.
You know, if you comment on here while I'm live, you're going to win something, which today I'm going to give you one I was working on and some other cool stuff that I have. So you can talk to the others. The gifties are sweet. Anything I give away is stuff you want. Sweetness. So, I was so mad the other day. I ordered stuff for the workshop, mixed media stuff. I get my order. They sent me only half of it. So if any of you get upset because you don't get your whole order, come and live my life. And they don't care. I go back, and what I ordered last month, they don't have it anymore. Oh, it's discontinued. I know I have to discontinue stuff too, but not like that. It's like they just let you get a taste of it and then they take it away. Probably because they can't get it for some reason. I was just peeved. Peeved. I'm not making a very good loop, but oh well. We'll deal with that. Alrighty, so where's my round bead? Here it is. Just some chains, some jump rings, and a bead, some time, a bead. It's not boom done. You have to measure that off. Till you get your measurements going, it's not going to be boom done.
That's true.
It looks like it, but it's not as easy as all that. It wouldn't be for me. Let's put it that way. Wouldn't be for me. The first couple I made would take me time. After I got onto it, then they'd go quick. Yeah. But no, there's nothing expensive about making it, that's for sure. Andy Hill, my first time catching you. I love watching your videos and getting new ideas. Thank you for sharing your creativity and art with us. Well, that's so sweet of you. Today I don't feel like I'm a very good teacher. In fact, lately I haven't felt like it. I'm just about tempted to go to scripted videos because my words are not there, and I'm starting to get kind of concerned about that. But oh well, I will carry on. I'm going to put a bead cap up at the top of this because I can.
Oh man.
Here it is. You still hacking around?
I hate
You know what you need? You need lemon juice. You need fresh lemon juice. You need a little whiskey and a little bit of honey. Mix that up. You will stop coughing, believe me.
Yeah, somebody told me that too.
Well, it's true because I've done it many times. Okay, so I've got a cap on here. Marcia says, that'll be a great gifty for whoever wins the drawing. I would love it. Well, who knows, Marcia? Maybe you win. It could happen. Stranger things have happened, right? I hope you do. I wish I had enough to just say, okay, everybody was here, gets a prize. I wish I could do that.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, it would. And I think they would agree. Wouldn't you all? I love to give gifts. I wish I was in a place in life where money didn't matter. Don't we all? Don't we all? Where money didn't matter and I could just give people whatever I wanted to give them. And heck with it. I'm liking the look of this. Listen to this. I'm liking the look of this beating it up. I think what I'll do is I'll make this, kind of like a longer, straighter pendant, and then I'll wrap from the top. So you'll see in a minute because I've just stopped. Wendy Dove, I just want to say thank you for your last video. I think you're an awesome person. Appreciate everything you share. Well, thank you, Wendy. That was sweet. I needed to hear that today because I don't feel so awesome. But that's okay. I feel awesome when I come here, though, because you guys are great. You're very supportive, all of you.
Very wonderful.
Yeah. And I am always so, what's the word? I'm so honored when you shop with us because you could shop with anybody, but you chose to shop with me. And You know, there's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of people who have some really cool stuff. But I have to say, in my own defense, our stuff comes and goes pretty quick. But if you had it all on there all at one time, you'd be mind boggled, because we have had some really awesome stuff, and we have stuff nobody else has too. You know, all that 1928 stuff and the things from the factory from 1928. So I'm going to turn this now. Okay, and then I'm going to just wrap it down. We'll see what happens. Okay, guys. I'm not putting any sari ribbon on this one. And so whoever gets this can fix the sari ribbon on that one, huh? You can fix it for me and then finish it, and then you can say, look what I made. Look what I did that you didn't do. And I'm like, go for it. That's great. Okay, now I'm going to loop this over. So this is so long you have to watch it. You don't kill somebody or yourself.
Or the camera.
Or the camera. Okay, I've got a kink in it, but it won't matter because I'm going to wrap it. So nobody's going to see it anyway. Nobody's going to see it anywho. See, what are people? Javi, you're a rocker. Yeah. She have to take care of Aunt Brenda when we go to California. That's why I don't travel alone. Somebody has to take care of me.
It's okay. I'll take care of you.
Yeah, I really do have to be accompanied with somebody. I have some issues that have not been a problem yet, but just in case.
Well, the only problem you're going to have with me is Javi likes to rush to get to the airport.
She likes to what?
Go early to the airport.
Oh, well, you don't have,
just sit there.
You don't have a problem with, I don't have a problem with that because I do too. So
I don't know why I do that. I like
we like to get there at least 2 hours ahead of time.
Yes, I agree.
And then that way you don't have to worry.
And then I just sit there and I'm like, oh, we'll eat lunch and stuff like that.
So I'm wrapping the top like I did, I think it was last week that I did this.
Mhm. Yes, you did.
So I wrapped the top, so I've got it. See, let me hold it here. You can see, maybe, can you zoom on that?
Yeah,
we're using a new little thing. I think we've got a little bit better light this week too, don't you, Javi? Do you guys think it's a little bit more? That's been our quest, is to get really good light for you guys. And then I bought this little apparatus so that I can eventually be doing this by myself. I like Javi to be here with me because I think it's nice banter going back and forth. She does good. And remind me of stuff I forgot. But I need to be able to do this by myself because once in a while, somebody can ask a question at the group, and I could say, hey, you know what, let me get my camera out. Come back in about 15 minutes, I'll go live and I'll show you. That would be nice, huh? Somebody was asking today about riveting, and I couldn't see what she was doing. She said the rivet was collapsing all the time, and I couldn't see why. And I guess maybe she wasn't good with the camera. She didn't want to send me a picture. I don't know. But I really wasn't able to help her. And I'm like, geez, if I was able to just get that thing out and do it myself, then I could just hop on, say, here you go. And wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
That would be really nice for everybody. Okay, so I've got it wrapped down to here. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Susie says, no matter how many other people's vids I watch, I always come back to yours. You're real Bisu. Unlike many of the others, don't go script. So long as I have words.
I'll just remind you.
She'll just remind you. You wanted to say this, didn't you? Okay, so now I'm going to actually cage the speed, which means I'll just capsule it. I got my bead cages. Mel sent them to me. We got to get those out. Put beads in them. Well, it's, those cage pearls that we get?
Oh.
It's the wire that goes around, which you could do yourself.
You can probably do it yourself.
You could, but why would you?
I did at home. I have 2
Well,
pieces.
so you don't have to put pearls in it. You could put whatever.
You can put whatever you want, yeah.
Okay, so I'm only going to put one swirl on here because I don't want it to, overtake the design. So I'm going to wrap. Now, this is going to be hard because this loop I should have made a little bit longer. See if I can pull it out a little bit. All right. Yes, it does look clear on the white surface. We got rid of that brown one a while ago. I had it because it was a non-stick, but it wasn't the best thing for here.
Yeah, I learned how to do those wrapping on different size beads. It just depends on how the length.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Now it's springing back a little bit, which you'll have that sometimes. So I just took it off the loop, and I just kind of bent it up a little bit. Now I'll put it back, it should go back on better. Alrighty. So now, in order to get this to stay, I'm going to have to do like something up here maybe. So we'll see, maybe I'll have to wrap up the other side. That's a thought. Okay, so now if I did that, where would I want that wire to fall? I'll take my hand off of it. I don't want to get it all over my paper quite, because that's kind of like the design of it. So let's see. So now I want to wrap this spiral here. You know, this is not hard, guys, in case I'm making it look hard. It's not, as I'm figuring it out as I go, which is, you know, my typical way. Nobody can teach me anything, so I admire you guys for sitting here watching me. I just have to trial and error my way through everything. Okay, I'm going to come all the way back up. And then I'll come around. And I'll have to pull it kind of tight. Because I don't want it to be too strange. I have to pull this back this way. Alrighty. So now I'm just going to make kind of the little coil thing. But to see when I did that, it kind of I like the wraps to be real fluid. I don't like them to look bent at all. So it looks a little bent to me, and that's because it crossed over this piece. Maybe I can like push it back. That's not bad though. All right, so now I'm going to take and coil this little end. Make a little fishtail.
Somebody asked a question.
Sure,
Said,
tell me.
Will you use any glue on it?
On this piece?
Mm-hmm.
The glue I used was Mod Podge, which is a form of glue, and that was to put my design on. That's it. There's no glue needed for this. This is just wire wrap and bead. So now I'm going to make my little, if I can just see where it ends there. I need new glasses. Okay, so now I'm going to make my little tail. So, let's talk to Mr. Bernie, and he said, when are you going to bring your ladies back out here again? I enjoyed every last one of them. I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, you should come back and bring your ladies back out. And I'm like, huh. Well, maybe what we could do is after the book is done, anybody who wants to come to Burbank, maybe we'll have something and you could come and get a signed copy from him. That'd be kind of cool. We do want to have some kind of a launch party when it comes out. We kind of haven't gotten that all figured out yet. Okay, now I'm tucking that. Okay, all right, all right. It looks,
Excuse me.
it looks like those things that they put a pipe to, those water pipes that they put stuff in.
Those water pipes?
Kind of, sort of. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it on
like
here.
a little thing that you put for the sink?
No, you know what? I don't want to say.
Don't say it, Brenda.
No, I'm not going to say. Okay, so now I have a little bit too much there. So you see what I did? I put a little,
Yes.
I put a little crook in it. That'll tighten it up too, but it also adds a little bit more dimension. It kind of looks like a snake slithering down. So
You could do that on the other side too.
yes, I was thinking about that.
I usually do that in some of
Yeah.
my pieces.
Yeah, I think I actually learned that in a book. One of the few things. Okay, that's not. It's not what I wanted to do. Oh well, it's okay. I think it's kind of cool for a first one. I'm liking it. This would be a very nice pendant. This would make a very nice bobbly pendant. Yeah, there it goes. Hang it here. Put on a nice bail. Now, because this is round and it's kind of chunky, I wouldn't put this on another cord because it'll hit you right in the middle of the chest and it won't look great. This will have to be a pendant, something longer. Would have to be. Okay. So what do you think? You guys ready to try this out? It's so simple. All you need is a little bit of wire, a few stray beads, some stray chain, a bit of Sari fiber.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, or other ribbon type stuff, even thread. If you have a little bit of crochet thread wrapped around it, or even just sewing thread, you know, wrapped around it, you put a little bit of color with your wire as you wrap it. That would be a good thing. It would come out good, I think. So anyway, so whoever wins today is going to get this one, and this one, and this one. And you guys can finish them any way you want. I'll put some other stuff in there too. So you're going to have a ball with this. You're going to be finding all my mistakes and everything I did wrong. And then you come back and say, why didn't you do it this way? And I'll say, yeah, why didn't I? You want to see something that Mr. Bernie was working on? And he sent me a couple of them, and I'm kind of liking them. He sent me, see if I can hold it right so you can see it. You can see it? This is a kitty charm. It's not exactly the same kitty charm. Here, let me hold it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Or can you zoom? It's not exactly the same kitty charm that we have in Bee Soup 1928, but it's close. And he soldered it to a big bead cap. And then he glued this clear egg up in there. And I'm liking it. Maybe I'll just go ahead and finish it while we're together. We've got a few minutes yet. Let's finish it. I need some silver jumps, so here we go. This won't be a perfect match, though. This one's kind of too big, too. I told him I was going to put together yesterday, but then I went to go see my mom, so I haven't talked to him since. But anyway, to tell you about these eggs, we're going to be getting some. How you like that? Long time ago, when we were over there, I bought some tanzanite purple ones, and Javi made things from them. And I think a few of you bought them too. And I had a bunch of clear ones, but they had tiny little scratches on them, so I gave them away as like little keepsakes, because what they were is they were the piece, or are, is that they were the piece that he used to make the Joan Rivers eggs, because he made all of her egg pendants. All of her molds are still over there. But he uses them now. And there's a big reason for that, because she didn't pay for them, I guess. It's a big long story about that. So anyway, I said to him, am I allowed to put that in the book? He goes, well, let me think about it. We'll see. But anyway, so I've got this on a bale here. So he'll hang like this.
Excuse me.
See? And then we have this beautiful, I think it's beautiful, little fine, maybe you guys have used it, this fine silver chain with the little pearlies. Okay? So, yeah, I love this. So anyway, he sent me some again. There's some on the website you guys can pick up, but then he sent me some. And it's all wonky, put together strange, so I'm going to have to take this off here and figure out how to make it work for the kitty.
You want me to show them the egg picture?
Yeah, yeah. Show your egg. Show your egg,
Let me
hubby.
get that in frame. Whoopsie. That's the purple egg we had, right? The
The tanzanite one, yeah.
Yep, that'd be it.
Yeah, this is like strange pieces to this, but I'm going to go ahead and use it anyway, and then I'll go back and fix it. Just see what I had in mind. I said, Mel, you need to make it this way, and then put your 1928 tags on it. Well, then you could sell it at Amazon. I says, no, I think I'm going to wait for my trademark. I don't know. I've got so many irons in the fire now, I don't know. We're trying to do a bunch of stuff to get things going. But I really appreciate all of you guys coming over here. I love hanging. I look forward to Sunday so much, hanging out with you guys. It's really nice. Really love it. It seems like you enjoy it too, so it's all good, huh? Alrighty, so now I've got a lobster on the end of this. It's a long chain too. You know what? Give me this here so I can measure it. I'm thinking like 30 inches maybe. That is lovely, beautiful, heavy, beautiful. Yeah, she does it beautiful. Yeah, Gloria, you have a Joan Rivers egg. Yeah, that's kind of a keepsake thing. But I'm going to have more. But I'm going to have the little ones. He didn't only make them for her. He made them for Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York for their gift shop. They kind of have a really famous gift shop. Actually, I sold jewelry to them too back when we had the line, believe that or not. I sold a few orders to them. Okay, this is 24. It's really long. Woohoo! Yeah, it's really, really long. It's like 36. So 24. I need to finish it out right here. That'll be good. So I'm going to take this off. This chain's a little bit hard to work with because these links, you have to have a tiny, tiny jump. I think we have one now that'll work. You have to have 21 gauge. And we did get a few. But now, see, that was a mistake. Because now I'm going to have to work with it. So I'm going to have to go back up to here. You have to take it off right here and then take the chain off.
Yep.
And put it back. Put it back. Okay, so now, before I put anything on that, though, I have to thread it through because if I don't, it will stick in the bail and won't fit through. So I have to put my ending loop on last. So this is going to be really long. Well, not terribly. No, not too long. All right, but I thought I had 30 inches. Oh, well. Let's see. And see those on the site. The eggs, that's because we don't have them yet. But he has them in mint green, amethyst pink, and light sapphire, and clear. So I'm going to be getting some soon. And take it from there. Be getting some. This has to come off. Up here it doesn't belong there. These are goofed up. I get a lot of stuff from over there that's goofed up. And then I have to fix it.
I think it was like a double chain kind of deal.
Double chain?
Yeah. It was like supposed to be 2 chains.
Yeah, but it didn't fit right. It wasn't long enough to be anything. Right. This isn't going to work either. Use this one. See what people are saying in hobby. Inside scoop on the eggs. Oh yeah, there's a lot of inside scoop on those. He made all her eggs until she started making all her jewelry in China. He made a lot of things for her actually. He did a lot of what they call private label work. So I don't need that. I have it on the other end. Yeah, I do. So that means he would make jewelry for other companies, but he wouldn't put his, name on it or anything. It was for their name, their brand. Okay, now it's on. Getting their catalog for inspiration. I love Sunday afternoons with BC. Oh, Melissa, you're sweet. How's Harpo doing? Looks cute in that picture. Okay, it's on. So this is basically what it's going to be. I don't know if he's going to have him on his website or not. He might. But what I'm talking to him about is seeing if we can get, not the bail, but just this part, the cat on the egg, soldered together and get it to sell as a pendant. But I don't know. He might want too much for it. So, in that case. See, I got this right here I could do. I've got tags elsewhere because he told me to go ahead and put the tag on it. I have permission. But these, I picked these up at the factory last time. Aren't those beautiful? And they're for stuff I want to make for him, as they'll have the tag on them. I never would ever put anything out there without him saying, that's good. And I haven't yet. But I'm supposed to be allowed to do that. Says, you are a 1928 designer. Okay. But you don't like my stuff. You're a 1928 designer if you make it and you put it on Amazon. Then we'll give you UPCs and that. I love that idea. I want to do that. I just win. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on. See how. Yeah. Comes just right. Yeah, I wish I could show you. Oh, well. Yeah, this is nice. I'm going to just keep wearing this. I like that. I like kind of simple things sometimes. Yeah. Okay, Miss Shadow says hi to Harpo. Yeah, Shadow's a beautiful cat. I love her eyes. What about just the cat and the bee cap if the egg's too expensive? The egg part won't be that expensive. When I get them in, they're going to be somewhere between $3 and $4. I don't think that's too expensive for what this is, and we're going to find it anyway.
That's true.
And they're vintage. They're not new stuff. They're vintage. But so that the egg's not going to make it too expensive. And I do have a cat on the site that's kind of similar, and this cap is not that expensive. Where the money is in a piece like this is in the soldering. Because you'd think, oh, it's a quick solder job, but yeah, he pays help and he pays them well, so it can get a little bit difficult. So maybe the thing to do is just see if you can use the cat I have and put it on a bead cap yourself or something. Try something of your own.
Betty Strongman says, I hope that you can be able to acquire the cat and maybe the egg. Maybe use a teardrop instead of an egg.
Well, this is, it'll give it a whole different look, Betty, if you use a teardrop, because the teardrop is narrow at the top. So yeah, you could put a different cap, but this isn't a bead, you know. The cat's not even thick enough to be a bead, so you couldn't go down through and then use a different one, like do something else with it. So having this is actually better. It gives it more balance. But he had to manipulate this around the egg, and the eggs can be a little bit of a, yeah, they can be tricky. Now, Javi likes to wire wrap them, so, you know, when we get them, she'll probably do a video on that. But,
yay!
you know, but we'll have to see, you know, what this would cost all put together, because he hasn't told me yet. And I think he's just going to leave it in this pewter color unplated, because that way, if we decide to do it, you guys can put your own color on it. Because sometimes if you get heavier plating on something, it's not as easy to put your own color on it. His silver plating, I'm not crazy about it for that. I mean, I'm crazy about it. I love his silver plating. I'm not crazy about it for putting color over, because it's so glossy that it's kind of difficult to do that. I'm sure he has a way. He does resin enamel color on his, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think we're just going to get in the raw pewter. It'll keep the cost down, and then you guys can colorize it yourself. And if you want resin to shine on, you could just diamond glaze it, I think. So, anyway. Yeah, and it'll be a 1928 piece, you know, so that's nice. So would glue work to attach instead of soldering? I thought about that too, Karen, and I don't think it'd be so good in this case because it hangs down and hangs free, and so there's some weight here, and it could pull it away in time. You could, like, you know, pendants like this, they kind of something, they're tactile. You like to play with them, and you might just be, you know, handling it someday, and it'll just come off. You know, so I think it has to be soldered. I definitely think it has to be soldered. I don't think it could even be resined in place. So anyway, I had one of the glass eggs and used one of Bisou's tulip bead caps on it. That you could do for gluing. This is glued in, but it's a different thing. It's up in a cup. Like, this is just flat on there. So if you glue this to this, I think it'd be likely to come off. But Karen, you know how to do this kind of soldering. I mean, he used a regular soldering, you know, apparatus, the gun wand, not gun, a soldering thing, you know, with a tip.
Well, we don't solder.
No,
so.
we don't. I don't even. Well, I have mini torches. I could. Well, you know what? I could do it on pewter because pewter's soft. But you could do this with those Weller guns that you have to tin them. It's different. It's soft soldering. That's what it's called. Yeah. Yeah. I could even do that. I know how to do that pretty good. That you could soft solder that on there without making too much of an issue, and that would probably hold real nice if you wanted to solder it. And I know you do that, Karen. So anyway, I bet it would look good with the pearl you just made on the cat. Yeah, you could put a pearl in here maybe too. Let's Let's see what else people are asking. Hi everyone. My first time catching alive. I've never soldered as a simple video. Laura, I sadly have to tell you there will never be a Bisou video on soldering because I solder only just good enough to do it if I have to, and I haven't had to do it in years. So, I mean, I know how, but I'm not adept at it. Same way with jeweler's saw. I know how to do it. I'm mixed media. I'm cold connections person. I like that soldering where you put the copper tape and you put it around like a piece of slide glass, you know, and you put something between two of them and then you copper tape and then you solder around. Who was it that did that to begin with? Sally and Alexander. She was famous for that. And then there was a lady named Judy she had a book out on it. But yeah, that kind of thing. There's another cool thing you can do with that kind of solder. You can actually coat the back of, like, you know, one of those cheap clear marbles you get in a dollar store. You can like make a cup, like a mount for it, by just putting copper tape all over the back and then just running solder and letting it flow all over the back. And then putting your jump ring on. You put the jump ring on with that solder. But even that, you have to be careful with that because sometimes they don't hold. So it's not your benchwork artist type soldering. It's more a craft thing. But I mean, you still have to be careful with it, and it still works. So hey, if it works, whatever. So that's all good. I would love to order you. It is the tax that makes it too expensive. Are you in UK, Baruka? We have people who order from over there. I guess it's what you want, but you know, yeah, it is annoying, isn't it? It used to be I had so much business abroad, and they didn't have to pay as much tax duty on it. But in time, it just went up until they could only get orders like $27 or something with no duty, and then they had to pay duty. Yeah, she lives in the UK. Yeah, I know it's high. You know, one lady who buys from me, she has it sent to another carrier of some kind, and I think she gets a discount. I don't, you know what, I better not say because I'm not real sure how that works. But anyway, have I ever made pressed flower pendants? No, I would like to, though. Online, I have done them in resin, but not for a while. I can't wait to make some of those pearls. Lord knows I have plenty of ice enamels and decorative tissue paper. That's what. Who put that on there? Can you get that off?
Yes, I can.
You know, that's just revolting. That just doesn't have to be on there. I'm so totally not political, and somebody to come on here and put that word and that name. You know what? Shame on you, whoever did that. How long will it take to get it off, Javi?
It's already gone.
Is it? Because I'm still looking at it, I guess. All right. Well, listen. That comment was unnecessary. Okay. Well, listen. You know what? Let's not worry about them. We're not gonna even talk about them. They're not worth our conversation. So, anyway, I think I've said just about all I'm going to tell you this week. How about that? I think our time's up. It's time for me to go make dinner. And Javi has somewhere she has to go tonight. That's what she said. She has to go to somebody's house or something. She came in to work really, really early this morning so she could leave early. So, oh, now it's gone. Bye-bye. Oh, stop it. Come on.
Okay, Rhonda.
Yeah. So, okay, listen, I got to go. So, thanks you all for coming. And I appreciate it. You know, that kind of rattled me a little bit.
Just ignore it.
Yeah, I'm going to ignore it. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of duty to pay and all that, and I'm not, you know, I can't do anything about that, but some people find that we have such unusual things like the 1928 things. It might be worth it for you, and we have discounts on it. You know, if you buy $75 or more of that product, Bisuba 1928, you get 20% off. So that really helps you a lot with your duty. So there are little ways that it helps you in our discounts and our coupons and everything. I think you might find if you tried it, you would say it's worth it because you cannot get that anywhere else but from me. How about it? Think about that. All right. Thank you, Melissa, Michelle, Marcia Tosolino, my pal. who helps me out so much. She and Jan work so hard at the Creative Group. You guys don't have any idea what they do for us all. Pat Walker, Wendy, Live Free, Pat, Mimi Harvey. Thank you all for coming. Bless your hearts. I love you all so much. We have to applaud our customers and our friends today. Now, you guys aren't customers. When you guys come here, you're not customers. You're my friends, and I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for coming, and I think you're the bomb. So we'll see you next Sunday at 4:30, okay? I don't know if I'm going to have a video this Friday or not, because you know what? It's the Build-A-Line Challenge Reveal Week. Did you know that? Everybody's showing their lines, and I have to make mine yet. So I got to have a couple days to do that. So I don't think there's going to be one on Friday, but we will, for sure, be back next Sunday at 4:30. Come join us at the Be Super Geeks Creative Group at Facebook if you have not done that yet, because the party just goes on over there. Most of these girls are there, and you'll find them there, and they'll be the best friends that you have ever dreamed of. They're wonderful people. So love you all, and we'll see you next Sunday. I don't know what the date is, but in about a half an hour or so, I will go down through the feed. I'll count everybody up, and I'll find out who won, and then I'll post it on the video, okay? All right. Love